Friday, August 14th, 12:10 a.m. Never really liked that sort of switch over time. It's technically the next day, but I started in the day I was prior. I don't like losing that earlier day, so we're going to say it's effectively a Thursday night. I am recording this, I suppose, as a sort of, I don't know what it would be, check-in? If my math is correct, we're somewhere along the 24th of making something every day. Sorry, I'm eating freeze-dried Skittles. And I think this is sort of a, I don't know what the term would be. It's not a post-mortem, it's an ongoing mortem. It is a petit mort. It is the French. That's not what it means in French. It is an ongoing experiment, trying to put things out there, but also kind of propel myself to make these things. It all started a long time ago. This was gosh, I mean, I guess I could count it as more months than that, but the month that it started in this process was visiting with my therapist. He's no longer my therapist. I'm switching for somebody more particularly suited for my particular particulars, but he's a good guy. I met with him however many months ago, and he says, you seem miserable. You're going through this misery, this stuff. And it seems to me that it's kind of centered around two things. One is that you're not honest with yourself. You're not honest with your who you are, and the other one is you're not, through that lack of honesty, you're not engaging with what brings you joy. Rattled me a little bit. I like to think I bring joy. I try to search for joy in my life. I don't think of myself as miserly nor crotchety, but he was sort of saying, and knowing me all this time and working with me all this time, that the times I was happiest, my happiest moments were making things and creating. And they were there. It was brilliant. It was incredible. My wonderful twins, I don't know if they're going to listen to this one, but the lovely twins got me into making music every week. A whole little album for them. Some of them have popped up on the YouTube. Some of them haven't, for copyright reasons, most likely. But I also started the medically mandatory studio sessions. They were Saturdays recording music. Never made it into the twins' albums. But they were mental health exercises, reminding myself that there is something within me that I can get something out of by teasing through, by putting through the creative process, and there's also something bright and joyful in my life when those things are made. And I hadn't searched for joy in a long, long time. So I started taking steps and, being more of myself, being more joyful. Started the medically mandated studio sessions, and a little crisis at I think it's the midpoint of last month, 24 days ago, I suppose. I just couldn't get through it. I felt a little pointless. And so I started writing, I started recording, I started making things, I started doing what I always said I was going to do, not for the sake of it being found, not for the sake of it being seen, but for the sake of doing it, for the sake that in some way, in a small way, Well, I suppose the most obvious one is that I get the political cred of whatchamacallit, my own personal politics. I'm so anti generation, or artificial generation. I'm so anti sending, the fucking machines to do it for you. But also, I think on a deeper level, uh, there is something bright within every person. Maybe, it doesn't come out in the single, masterpiece. I don't know if I'm ever going to paint the Mona Lisa. But maybe there's pieces of it, pieces of things that I've had people tell me, something I made. It was particularly moving to them, whether it was a goofy song about gnomes or whether it was, something else. So I want to keep trying to find that importance and chasing my joy. So here I am, 24 days into chasing my joy. These are, already I'm so happy with where I am. So proud of putting the things out. Some things I've had for years, and I just never thought they would go anywhere. But now that I'm staring down a barrel of a gun that I'm putting to my own, and I say, I've gotta have something tomorrow. It's create or failure, or dig through the archives. So here we are. Message. However far into this that this is, and however much further I go, to the future. To the future. To continuing to create. And if I had next steps, I want to bring some loved ones into it. I want to make some wonderful things with some wonderful people. More than just Liam. Thanks, Liam, by the way. Alright, that's it.